I don't know how they are coming to such a case. I don't know how they come to conclude that it's cheating. This is a person who has an agreement with them. This is a person who had a contract with them. But we'll wait and see what kind of evidence they bring in later on. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Yes.
Maybe you can give us a brief of what exactly happened today and what is going to happen tomorrow.
Basically, what has happened today is that Khalif, known as Khalif Kairo, was arrested on Saturday. He spent his 2 nights in custody at Capitol Hill and was produced in court today. 2 charges of 2 different motor vehicles, whereby there are 2 complainants who are claiming that they might have paid him money and that he did not deliver the cars. Of course, he has denied the charges. We had arguments. They had initially not wanted to oppose bail, but then eventually they decided that they wanted the matter mentioned at 2 p.m. so that they could oppose bail. They brought an affidavit by one officer called Esther Mwangi, who was sworn an affidavit that Khalif Kairo was what you call a flight risk and that he might abscond and that he was planning to go to the US and that he might not come back. But we are able to show the court that he bought his ticket long before that, though they want to argue that it was issued yesterday. Of course, it has to be issued a day before. If you had bought it before and you want to plan on a particular day, there it is. He has a visa, which he must have gotten a long time before. And there was no plan to abscond because even the officers who arrested him went and arrested him, not in a different matters they are saying, which is a lie. They actually arrested him from a bank where he was doing some of his transactions. So we are opposing the application that he should be detained in custody and that is a flight risk and that he might not appear. We are saying that this is a small case and that he will appear and that we are ready to give the passport and that we are ready to bring him to court at whatever time is required and he will attend. No reason that was compelling was given. We tend to think that the arguments were just blanket kind of arguments, which are generally brought by an affidavit because you want to oppose. And of course, him being what you can call perhaps a person in the limelight, it's also public relations by the state so that they can be able to be seen that they have done something about it. It has nothing. It's an ordinary case like any other case whereby people are charged for obtaining money or defrauding and all that. It's nothing different from this. So I tend to think that the state is just, I don't know how they are coming to such a case. I don't know how they come to conclude that it's cheating. This is a person who has an agreement with them. This is a person who had a contract with them. But we'll wait and see what kind of evidence they bring in later on. Yes.
We understand that he remains in custody until tomorrow 2 p.m. Maybe why? Because a lot expected for him to be out on cash bail.
Yes, and it was our hope and we thought that perhaps it would be that way. Yeah. Had we had this argument in the morning, then the court would have had time to actually give a ruling. Yeah. But then you see the argument has gone late into about 4:30 p.m. And the arguments have been long. And the court must be seen then to consider those arguments. So it will take its time to maybe make a ruling. Okay. And that is why he's saying that it's also safer that we come at 2 p.m. So that in case he has not finalized it in the morning, we can be able to have 2 p.m. So I tend to think the ruling will be at 2 p.m. We're hoping for the best.
Yes. And Kairo being a public figure, is it true what we are hearing that probably the competitors are just doing this to tarnish his name? It's
the argument that we believe, and we also know that he has been having a problem with some of the competitors, especially the locations of where he has been doing his business and all that. And we know that he has been having a problem with some guys who also wanted that area. He brought in some motor vehicles, some client, a company that wanted motor vehicles. They brought for them a number of vehicles, which another company wanted to bring. The issues are many, and that could be one of the reasons. But let us see what they have for evidence, and then we can bring out what we have for evidence. Yes, to counter that. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So,
thank you.